Hi Pisces, this is Violet Butterfly Spirituality here, and I am here with your general reading. What do Pisces need to know? This is going to be a general reading for all under the sign of Pisces. If you would like more guidance, you can always watch the videos for your rising and your moon signs as well. If you would like a private reading with me, I can be reached at Violet Butterfly Spirituality at gmail.com. Okay, guys? All right, Pisces, let's get started. I gave you a little peek of your card there already. This is in your recent past, Pisces. This is the King of Wands. This is someone who is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Someone who is older. They could be a father figure, grandfather. But this is in general someone either who is older or who is around your age. If you're like in your 20s, 30s, but they may seem really mature. This is someone who is a go-getter, a communicator, like a business owner, someone who can be a benefactor or someone who can fund a project, someone who was in a position to help you. Um, let's see. Sometimes the King of Wands can be someone who is really controlling or overbearing. So you may have had that issues with this king as well. But this was in your recent past, and we're going to clarify that in a second, Pisces. Presence right now, Pisces, judgment card in your present could mean a lot of you may be dealing with legal issues. I'm going to have to put the cards really close up to the screen because my camera is not that good, and I would like for you to at least see the details. So right now, Pisces, there may have been a call to action um, with the Judgment card being the card of, if you see, he's the messenger angel with the horn, and he's calling the souls back up. It could be an idea that you thought was long dead is going to rise back up. You could be hearing about old ideas being rebirth, reborn. This could be if you're dealing with any family issues. Maybe someone is issuing a call to action for the family to reunite if there's been fighting. Maybe someone is, issuing a call to action to get together, try and work things out. Basically, just stop the fighting. If you're waiting on a judgment, you could be awaiting on a judgment. Like in a contest or some sort. Or a lot of you may be judging others as well. In your immediate future, Pisces, we have the Magician. So the Magician is going to be a card of, this is going to be you using the resources that you have at hand to create your own future, create your own destiny. A lot of you may be actual magicians, like Wiccans, you do witchcraft, things of that nature. This is you taking control of your life, taking control of your destiny. This is paying attention to the details if you are creating something. And in general, if you see on the card, this guy has all the tools at his disposal, all the elements that he needs, whatever he prays for up above, he's gonna manifest that up there, and it's gonna materialize down here for him. And that's gonna be your immediate future, Pisces. Um, with this present judgment card, this could be um, you maybe you're waiting on a judgment, and once you get that judgment, you'll have all the resources that you need to make a decision or to go in a certain direction. Um, and this judgment card in relation to your recent past, to your King of Wands, maybe this King of Wands could have been a judge in your case. This King of Wands could have been someone from the past or someone who brought about an old idea, or the person who issued this call to action. They could have been an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, but if not, just in general, they have the personality traits that I had named. Your major influence, Pisces, it's going to be Nine of Pentacles. Now, with you being the magician and having new resources or resources at your disposal to create a lot of new beginnings in your life, you're going to be able to, or you want to do some long-term planning. You may be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. There may be some messages coming in about having to travel for work and money as well. And that's where the magicians are always new beginnings. This is your will. So it's like, I will have many new beginnings in my life, and that will enable you to kind of do some methodical planning with your finances. Or this Knight of Pentacles it could be a person who becomes a new resource for you. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who is stable, steady. They kind of plod along. They don't really rush in. Like I said, it's a card of methodical and step by step planning. But it is movement. It's just slower movement. But that may be the way you want things to go, Pisces. Obstacle, Six of Pentacles. It looks like there should be some generosity, but there's not. Maybe there's an imbalance with money. One person has more money than the other. That could be what this judgment is about. Maybe you're waiting on a money judgment for things to become fair in a situation. Or this could be you, or someone, I won't say you, this could be someone just being stingy and not wanting to give. This is not just about money. A lot of times it's about time, giving of resources, giving of emotional attention sometimes too. So this is your obstacle. And with this, yeah, I'm seeing this as you're waiting on a judgment, or you're trying to bring a call to action to make things balanced and fair in a situation, because as of right now they are not. Um, Your helpful influence, Pisces, is the Ace of Swords. It looks like there may be a new communication, a new line of thought that comes in, that could help you out in your situation. This is kind of like the sword of victory. This is truth, superior truth. You notice there's a crown around the sword, so it's like a thought from above, a thought, a communication from the gods, a message. But because it's an ace, it's a new beginning with a new way of thinking. This could be someone handing you a sword to cut a tie. Maybe you want to cut someone out of your life. That could also be what this judgment is about too. Maybe some truth comes out, and when this truth comes out, you're able to get the resources that you need to kind of create a new destiny for yourself. It could be why things are unbalanced right now with this Six of Pentacles in the obstacle position, because you're waiting for a truth to come out. But there is going to be a new communication, a new line of thoughts, a new way of doing things because of a new way of thinking, a superior way of thinking. This is the truth, and the truth might be harsh for some people, but this is in the helpful position. So even though if it's harsh towards you, it's still going to help you out. It's still going to be something that's going to help you in your situation, help you gain victory in your situation. And the outcome, Pisces, is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a change, a great change. This is sort of destiny working in your favor. Um, Let me put the card really, really close. Okay, so on the top, there's this person right here, this creature with the angel wings, and they're at the top. And then if you notice on this side, this is like this guy right here, he's kind of riding the wheel. And the wheel is like, the point is things go in cycles. So even though this guy's at the top right now, pretty soon he's going to be down here, and then this guy's going to be at the top, and then the wheel's going to turn to the. So life works in cycles. You kind of just have to go with the flow of situations. Like I said, with many of you being actual magicians, Wiccans, doing witchcraft, this most likely is a situation where you manifested something, and now the universe is working things out in your favor. You manifested this change. With these new resources that you have, there's going to be a change. This judgment that you're waiting on, this truth, this communication that's going to come out, there's going to be a great change for you, Pisces. So we're going to go ahead and clarify. So Pisces, with your recent past, it looks like with the King of Wands, there was a situation of feeling trapped. I hate to say this, some of you maybe have been in abusive relationships. And this is a card of feeling mentally trapped. A lot of times in abusive relationships, the person can walk away, but their mind will not let them walk away. This is a situation of someone could have been trying to mentally control you in a way. This King of Wands could have been mentally controlling you. Someone could have been in jail a lot of times. The Ace. Ooh, maybe the truth is coming out about, maybe that's what's coming out. Maybe that's what's coming out with this Ace, is that maybe someone was in jail and the truth about that is coming out. But we'll get to that, Pisces. We'll get to that. But um this King of Wands is in relation to your past. Yeah, this is in general a feeling of being trapped, being mentally trapped. It was a temporary situation. It was a situation where someone couldn't see that they could have gotten out of the situation if they just take the blindfold off. They can see that they can kind of, because the binding is around them, but it's kind of loose. It's not really tied too tight. And if this woman or this man can just take the blindfold off, they can see that they will be able to step out of from being trapped from their own thoughts. That they're just trapped by their thoughts. They can step out if they want. But overall, this was your recent past. Present with Judgment, call to action. It looks like another balance card. Maybe things have been, right now, things have been unfair. This person is blending, they're mixing, so maybe things are being blended and mixed behind the scenes. And that's when this judgment is going to come out. A lot of times when people are waiting on a judgment, it's because, there are many people involved. So, it takes a lot of logistics, paper signing. This person has to approve this, then it has to go over to this person for a sample approval and all that good stuff. So this could be what's going on right now. Like I said, with a lot of you being actually practicing magic, a lot of times this is a card of blending and mixing and um, having one foot in this world and foot in the next world. You see how he has one foot on land and one in water, so being at one with the elements as well. This could be in relation to health, to healing. Maybe there's a call to action where someone needs to go to rehab. Someone may need help. Uh, Working with groups of people, doing rehab of some sort, doing some sort of healing. This could also be because of this judgment. Maybe there was a judgment that affects your time and your schedule, and now you have to kind of blend things and mix things in your life and get the proper work life, career, love balance going on for you right now. Also, a lot of you may be getting spiritual messages. There may have been a call to action, or maybe you practice an old spiritual path and you've been getting kind of signals that you should go back to it as well. Immediate future with the Magician, Pisces. We have the Queen of Swords. So it looks like this Queen of Swords is someone who is going to kind of help you out with having these resources that you need. It could be that the new beginning that you manifested could be, because Queen of Swords is usually Aquarius, Libra, or Pisces, or not Pisces, Aquarius, Libra, or Aquarius, Gemini. Couldn't get it out. Wow. A Gemini may be holding secrets, just to let you know. Um, a lot of you may be Pisces with air in your chart as well. But this is someone who has the ability to cut things out. They have the ability. This is someone who is wise, someone who is rational, someone who is very no nonsense. They can't really be swayed by emotions. And it could be this mindset that brings about you finally, maybe you weren't using the resources you had at hand, but because of this new mindset of being independent, of being wise, of taking charge, that's why you're going to finally start utilizing the resources. Or it's going to be a situation where you're able to have a new beginning and utilize your resources because of this Queen of Swords bringing things about. This could be someone who issues this call to action for there to be balance, or issues this call of action for someone to go to rehab. Maybe you need resources for someone to go to rehab and get help. And this person, this Queen of Swords, is going to help you out with that situation as well. Um, Major influence with the Knight of Pentacles is a family. So someone's trying to plan things out and do make some long-term plans. I can't talk. Make long-term plans to move towards a family. So the card showed up like, well, it looks reversed on my camera, but um, First, it was the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Cups. So it looks like maybe someone is headed towards new resources. Like someone could be leaving the family behind. Maybe there's a child who's leaving the nest, or some of you may have grown children who are at home and are moving away, but they're planning to move. Or in general, this could be someone just making long-term plans to bring a family together, to bring themselves family happiness, emotional happiness, marriage. Um, you know, this is just planning a family. Some of you may be planning a birth or planning on trying out different methods to bring pregnancy to yourselves, to get pregnant. Um, a lot of you may be going through like child custody issues as well, and you'll be able to get this Queen of Swords is going to bring some resources about that will enable you to make long-term planning for your family. It could be that too. Your obstacle with the Six of Pentacles, this non-balanced situation and no generosity. It looks like someone is having to defend themselves. You may be getting a little bit weary, always having to defend yourself, always being attacked, feeling attacked. There are maybe a lot of people coming at you. The obstacle could be there's a lot of people coming at you with actions to do, different obligations, and you're trying to hold all the obligations back because maybe you don't have time to handle everything. So you're like pushing things back, like what you should be doing today. You're pushing off until tomorrow. And that can be an obstacle for you because that could create this financial imbalance. If you don't get all your affairs in order, things are not going to flow right for you. If you don't go and fill out the right paperwork, and it may be a drag to go all the way down to this billing and having to do this paperwork to get this loan, but you need to do it because, it's going to cause a financial imbalance if you don't. Or it could be a situation where you need to, like I said, if it's a legal issue, you might need to go down to the courthouse and file some paperwork, and you don't want to do it because you're like, I can do it tomorrow, I can do it tomorrow, I can do it tomorrow, and that's further causing an imbalance. It's causing a delay to things being balanced the way that they should be. Helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna say what I said earlier when I said someone may have been in prison. Because I mentioned the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords came up in the first round on the helpful position. So maybe, because in this round, in the second round, Four of Swords came up. When I see the Four of Swords, a lot of times with the Eight of Swords, I see that as someone being in jail, because this person they're mentally trapped, but right here they're actually entombed. Which is pretty much what happens when you go to jail. Like you feel mentally trapped and you are trapped, and you're kind of entombed in one, cell for most of the time. So the truth could come out about someone who was in jail in the past, and that's why there's going to be, like, you're going to get information from this Queen of Swords that'll enable you to have new resources to bring the truth out about someone. Also, the Four of Swords being in a helpful position would be maybe a lot of you need a vacation. You need rest. You've been doing a lot of fighting, of being really defensive, trying to defend yourself, trying to stand your ground. And you just need rest. You need to be able to, not just a physical rest, but a mental rest too. Like you need a mental break from all the fighting, and that would serve you well. This is a card of healing, of meditation. So, a lot of you maybe need spiritual healing, where you need to meditate and clear your physical body, clear your area, get some sage. Something as simple as sage will definitely do the trick. But in relation to this Ace of Swords, I see this as it could have been someone who was sitting around thinking about telling the truth, or someone's entombed or closed off in a situation, and the truth's going to come out about that. They are now or in jail, or they were in the past, and the truth's going to come out. And the outcome with the Wheel of Fortune, this big change, there's going to be a victory for somebody, but it's going to be kind of a victory with major consequences, because it's like it's a victory for one person, but a devastating loss for someone else. If you notice these, you can't really notice because of my camera, of course, but if you can try to notice the best as you can, there are two people in the back who are walking away and they look really dejected. Like maybe they didn't expect to lose, or maybe just sorry that they lost. Like, man, I can't believe we lost, and I can't believe this guy up here is such an asshole about it. It's kind of like someone's loss is your gain. Um, and this could also be someone taking advantage of a situation. It could be when this truth comes out, you are able to take advantage of the situation and make a change. Fives are changes. So with this Five of Swords, you're able to take advantage of a situation and make a change. This Queen of Swords is most likely going to lead to this change, and this change. These are both cards of changes. So this Queen of Swords is going to lead to this change. Um, she has a sword, and she's going to hand somebody some more swords to work with. And it's going to be a major change, but it's going to be a good change in your favor, Pisces, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so to sum it up, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. If there are actions that you need to do, please get them done. Um, if you are being stingy, please try to be more generous. If you are on the side where people have been holding back their generosity from you, things are going to be balanced again. Things are going to be balanced. If you've been overworking yourself, Pisces, get some sleep. And that's about it. All right, Pisces. So again, if you would like a private reading with me, you can contact me at violetbutterflyspirituality@gmail.com. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.